Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am so pumped to be diving into this with all of you 8th graders today. We're going to be illuminating the spectrum and really digging into the godly science behind electromagnetic waves. Get ready because we are about to uncover some absolutely mind-blowing, totally unseen wonders of God's creation that are quite literally buzzing all around us right this very second. John chapter 1, verse 5 tells us something really profound. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. And honestly, that perfectly frames everything we're looking at today. Light isn't just one simple thing. It's this incredibly complex, multi-layered creation designed specifically for us. The crazy part? A massive chunk of this light operates in ranges that our human eyes can't even detect. We're talking about a vast, entirely invisible world just waiting to be explored. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap of exactly what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at the divine gift of light. Then, the electromagnetic spectrum revealed, followed by how electromagnetic waves work. After that, we'll hit everyday uses and hidden dangers, do a quick let's check our knowledge segment, and finally wrap things up where education meets biblical morality. Section 1. The electromagnetic spectrum revealed. So, what exactly is this spectrum we keep talking about? Well, the electromagnetic spectrum is simply the complete range of all types of electromagnetic waves, going all the way from radio waves right up to gamma rays. This whole spectrum is literally the foundation of modern technology. Without these waves, which, by the way, are basically just vibrating electric and magnetic fields zipping through space, the Wi-Fi connecting your phone right now, or the X-rays doctors use to figure out if a bone is broken, just wouldn't exist at all. If we step right up the ladder from the very bottom to the top, the order goes like this: radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, and finally gamma rays at the very top. Just walking through that specific order kind of gives you a deeper appreciation for how ordered this all is, right? God set these waves up perfectly, giving every single one its own unique energetic frequency and a highly specific job to do in our universe. Section 2, how electromagnetic waves work. Now, what's really interesting about this next concept is how the physical mechanics actually balance out. Think of it kind of like a giant cosmic seesaw. There is this fascinating inverse relationship going on here. The waves that have the absolutely lowest frequency, they stretch way out and have the longest wavelengths. But as you crank up the frequency and move across the spectrum, those wavelengths get compressed and become incredibly short. So, frequency goes up, wavelength goes down. It's a flawless mathematical balance that dictates exactly how much energy each wave is packing. To put that into everyday perspective, those lower frequency waves, like radio waves, are absolutely perfect for communication. We're talking radio stations, cell phones, things that need those long, stretching wavelengths to travel huge distances and bend around massive obstacles like buildings or hills. On the flip side, the middle frequencies are what our incredible eyes are specifically designed to pick up on. That one tiny beautiful little sliver of the spectrum is what we call visible light. It's what gives us every single color we see in the physical world. Section 3, everyday uses and hidden dangers. Now, every type of wave has some serious utility, but they definitely come with inherent risks too. Take microwaves. We use them every single day to popcorn and for radar technology. Ultraviolet light, super helpful because it tells our skin to produce essential vitamin D, but stay out in it too long and bam, severe sunburn. Then you've got X-rays, which are total medical marvels, letting doctors peer right inside our bodies without any surgery. But you've got to be careful because they are incredibly dangerous if you're exposed to too much over time. This brilliantly illustrates a crucial scientific principle you've got to remember. High-frequency waves can actually penetrate materials. Because they are absolutely bursting with energy and have those super compressed short wavelengths, waves like X-rays and gamma rays can just squeeze right on through solid objects. And yep, that includes human tissue. That is exactly why they are so unbelievably powerful, but also why the professionals handle them with so much caution. Section 4. Let's check our knowledge. All right, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what stuck from the homework. Okay, first question for you. Which waves on the electromagnetic spectrum have the absolute longest wavelength? Think back to that seesaw, that inverse relationship we literally just talked about. Do you have your answer? If you said radio waves, you nailed it. Remember, the longest wavelength always pairs up with the lowest frequency. These are the gentle giants of the spectrum, carrying all our communication signals across the globe. Next up, which waves can actually be seen by the human eye? Think about our physical limits and how we're built to interact with the world around us. Yep, it's visible light. It is that perfectly placed specific middle frequency that our eyes are precisely engineered to detect. Every color, every sunset, everything you see right now is thanks to this one narrow little band. All right, last one. Let's do some critical thinking here. Why exactly should gamma rays and other high-frequency waves be used so incredibly carefully? Think about the power of those compressed wavelengths. Spot on, because high-frequency waves penetrate materials and are dangerous with too much exposure. That intense energy is a literal lifesaver in medicine and industry, but it absolutely demands our respect and caution to keep us safe. Section 5. Education meets biblical morality. Look, here's the deal. Simply knowing the science in your head, it just isn't enough. Education without morality will ultimately end up hurting us. I mean, what is the point of being the smartest person in the room, of understanding the exact mechanics of the electromagnetic spectrum, if you're just going to keep making bad choices that harm yourself or the people around you? True education is bigger than that. It beautifully pairs your growing intellect with a deep, strong moral compass and spiritual groundedness. And that brings us to this truly profound promise. Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7 promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps their mind spiritual. That's the ultimate goal here, isn't it? When you combine your sharp scientific intellect with a deeply spiritual mindset, you aren't just memorizing facts. You are gaining true peace of mind. That is the ultimate reward for anyone who truly leans into this kind of learning. So, I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on today. Will you use your expanding knowledge of God's invisible creations to make wise moral choices that actually bring true peace of mind? This entire spectrum of light is an incredible gift, and honestly, so is your intellect. Use them both wisely. Thank you so much for joining me for today's explainer. And hey, keep exploring that amazing, unseen world all around you.